By Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
The UNI Panthers were back inside the Unidome this past Saturday. They got the 20-14 win over Indiana State in a critical Missouri Valley Football Conference game. Every game is critical. We got another one coming up, this homecoming game against Illinois State at 4 p.m. Coach, looking back to this last Saturday, though, your team never trailed. That offense went out there in that first possession, was able to put points on the board, and that was a key in that first half.
Well, it was key, and the key elements of that drive was there was a 3rd and 15, fourth play of the game, that we converted to a first down. Later in the drive, there was another 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9, and that's when Theo ran for the first down. So 2 great third down conversions that actually converted into 7 points.
It was a good balance on that first drive. Theo Day, 2 big pass plays. Dom Williams had a 22-yard run, and Theo Day capped it off with a 6-yard touchdown run of his own. That balance has kind of been there all season for you.
It has. It's been good. It's got to get better, and we continue to improve. That's what I like about what we're doing offensively and defensively now, is we are improving week to week.
It was a 9-play, 75-yard drive for the UNI Panthers to put 6 points up on the board early. They got the extra point. Indiana State then, that drive, their first drive, it accumulated the entire first quarter, just those 2 drives for your Panthers and the Sycamores. But the defense, in the end, was able to hold them inside that 5-yard line and force a field goal.
We did. There was 2 fourth down conversions within that drive. They were going for it on 4th down, and we had a chance to get off the field. Had a couple technique errors that we could have cleaned up and probably got off the field, but they converted, give them credit, and then they pushed the play. But the key was keeping them out of the end zone, and we did that.
What did you see from your defense there after being on the field? I think it was an over 11-minute drive, to be able to still have the energy and the tenacity to come up with a stop.
Well, it was the resilience. There was no one flinched. Our mindset had always been, and don't break in the end. I mean, it was, you can't give up the big explosive play. We did not, but you also have to make plays. We made a couple errors. We jumped off sides on a 3rd and short one time, but the key is that we didn't lose our composure. We stayed tough. We stayed strong. We kept them out of the end zone.
The Panthers added a field goal in the second quarter. In the third quarter, it was Alex Allen time again. Found the end zone once again. Big target, just becoming more and more reliable every single Saturday.
Well, Alex is having a great season right now, but it's a well-deserved one. It isn't by chance, it's by work. And he's really put the time in since he came here. He's in his 3rd season with us, and he's really becoming, he was always a technique sound player. Now he's strong enough to have the technique really stand out, and he's becoming a very good football player for us.
Led UNI's receivers, 4 catches, 61 yards. Coach, he's been a Panther forever. His dad, Terry Allen, the Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame coach here at UNI, and I know this is a special place for him, and he's excited about being a Panther and being out there on the field having an impact.
Well, he's having fun right now, too, because he's not just on the field. I mean, he's making a difference at his position for us right now, and we haven't had a tight end really be as productive as he's been in a long time. So it's fun to have him be the guy that's stepping up, just because there is a relationship there from years past.
The UNI rushing attack was solid as well, 141 yards on the ground. Dom Williams, Vance McShane, kind of that 1-2 punch. They're both so effective when they're in there.
Well, right now they're doing a very good job. They're quick, they're very elusive, they're fresh when they get on the field, so they've been very productive for us. The passing game has opened up our run game, and thus we're having good production right now.
The Panther defense created another turnover as well. Benny Sapp with an interception for him in that football game. The defense continuing just to put pressure on that opposing offense.
We have, and that's what we talked about a couple weeks ago, is we had to get better in our secondary. We had to always be sound in our game, take the run game away, force them into a throwing situation, and then the sacks and the intercepts will come, and that's what's happening right now. Is Benny made a nice play, ended the game on an intercept, and again worked into the next week now that we still need improvement, but excited where we're at too.
All right, more on the UNI Panthers, including a story on Bryce Flater on the defensive end and that Alex Allen story. That's all coming up here on Panther Sports Talk.